Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to play the Halloween seasonal using an evil villain character so that those of you guys who are playing villains know where to go and what to do. So, and also I've discovered a little something. If you go to the on duty, if you go to the map, if you go to warp menu, you can actually warp directly to Tala, the person who will give you the mission for the Halloween seasonal. The same is true also for the hero side. If you go to the hero side, you actually have a warp that will bring you directly to Phantom Stranger. So in this case, here it's going to take us to Tala, so let's get started. So here we are, we're teleported directly to the safe house where we can actually see I think her name is Tala Rasa or something. I forget the full name, but doesn't really matter. Oh, there's an evil Flash character here. And of course, I'm using the opportunity to show off my brand new Sinister material that I got from my Zoom character. Or I should rename it Reverse Flash, I suppose, but anyway. So let's talk to our friend Tala and see what she has to tell us. So as you can see, basically it's the very same thing as on the hero side. The distinction is that we're in a safe house as opposed to a police station. You can see the Halloween vendor is right here. It has the very same stuff, the swarming bats, the boo, and all that good stuff. So you can see there's a truckload of new base items for your bases, and various items to be able to customize the look of your character. There's even a new hairstyle. Obviously I won't be able to see it. Anyway. As I managed to purchase some of those items, I will try to make videos about them in order to show them to you so that you don't end up wasting spooky bits on items that maybe you're not going to like very much. I guess we'll see. So let's talk to our friend Tala.
You may have noticed that hell has been unleashed upon Gotham. Apparitions from the underworld are terrorizing the city. That was supposed to be my plan! Someone has stolen some of my power and unleashed the chaos before it was ready. The spirits must be sent back to hell, where they will suffer until they are broken and ready to be my slaves.
So if we go to our journal, we should have the Witching Hour seasonal. I'm not sure why it went straight to the bottom, but there we go. So let's go to Gotham, and let's go try and find those hell portals. Also, I have the... oh, I forgot to activate it. There we go. I did not have the movement mode activated, or movement style activated, so now we should be good. So it should be the similar thing as the hero missions. The distinction is that in some cases, like where the hero had to protect the civilians, the villain may have to actually defeat the civilians. So there's a few subtle differences in the missions, depending if you're a hero or an evil villain. But you'll see that as we play the missions. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing any. Oh, there we go. Also, you'll notice I'm staying as a healer. The reason for that is pretty simple. Even as a DPS, you only do 1 point of damage to the enemies, so it doesn't really matter if you're in DPS mode or in healer mode or in controller mode. You still only do 1 point of damage anyway. Doesn't really matter. So as you can see, we have to then defeat the evil trick-or-treater, and of course the little ball here. I think I lost the ball, or did our friend here actually use one? I suppose. So I guess it puts us in competition with the enemy faction, seeing how we have to defeat the civilians and they have to save them. Where did that come from? There we go. So as you can see, we have to send the master apparitions back to hell, and we have to torment the terrified trick-or-treaters. So it's basically the same objectives, but the what you need to do changes slightly depending on if you're a hero or an evil villain. For the 4-player mission, I think it's pretty much the same thing. We'll know for sure when we actually get there. Ah, I can't use it. So as you can see, the hero has to throw away the balls. The energy balls, as opposed to what we have to do as villains. Looking for objectives is always a bit different when you're a speedster than when you're a flying character. As a flying character, it's much easier to find objectives. You can see them from up on high. But as a speedster, you really have to cover a lot of ground sometimes to find what you're looking for. I think I got a collection, not sure where that came from. Another collection. So I guess some random enemies can give you collections. Didn't realize that could happen. But I won't complain. Either it'll allow me to get some style for the Halloween seasonal, or maybe a base item, or at least it'll give me something to sell on the broker. Either way, it's a free collection. Not sure why it spawned just after I passed. It happens, I suppose. It went a bit faster yesterday because I already had a few objectives completed before I started the mission. Basically, I had a few objectives completed from last year. There's someone who was sad to see that it's basically the same event every year, but sometimes they'll add a few subtleties. This year, from what I understand, they've added some sort of Batwoman side mission. We have to find Batwoman 13 times in Gotham, and we have to find her 13 times, and each time it has to be a different day. So we would have to find her today, then we would have to find her tomorrow, and so on. Oh, here we have to click on the little civilians. I'm not sure why. Oh, I guess we're done.
Tala's tracked the mystical signature of her stolen powers to a goth club called, get this, the Midnight Masquerade. Sounds like an angsty good time, right? I've added the location to your on-duty tab. Queue up when you're ready. Tala will meet you inside.
I'm going to wait just a minute before queuing for the Midnight Masquerade. Basically, I want to go see if I could spot Batwoman. I suspect they may be using the same spawn point as they're using for Larfleeze during the Christmas seasonal. We're going to find out in just a minute. I'm going to try a few of the spawn points that I know for Larfleeze. If we're lucky, we'll see Batwoman. If not, we'll have wasted only a minute or two. Oh, may as well take it. And as you can see, I purchased a nice sinister material for my evil reverse flash. I thought the look was too awesome not to use. I guess I have one or two other characters that I could use the style for. We'll see. And obviously we're competing with all the other players to try and find Batwoman. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of them saw her first. I seem to recall sometimes Larfleeze would appear at the top of one of those buildings over there. So let's go and see. This one or the next one? I forget. We'll try both, and if we don't see Batwoman, then I'll go for the Midnight Masquerade, and we'll forget about trying to find Batwoman. So I guess it's not here. Definitely not here. So let's try the next one. Oh, no. Got excited for half a second. It happens. Where is it? This one? I forget. It's been a while since I looked for our friend our Larfleeze. Not this one. So let's try this one here. If it's not it, we'll go for the Midnight Masquerade, and we'll forget about Batwoman for now. Or was it the Stag Industry? It's been a while, but it's a similar building, I think. Better luck next time. So okay, enough clowning around. So basically, anyway, you have to try and find Batwoman. You have to find her 13 times, and you can only find her once a day. So basically, if you're lucky enough to find her every single day, once a day, it'll take you 13 days to complete the mission and get whatever feat is attached to it. So let's go for the Midnight Masquerade. It should be pretty quick. People have only started playing the mission yesterday, so there should be plenty of people queuing for that mission. As you can see, we didn't have to wait very long. I'm going to stay as a healer. As a healer, it's a bit easier to try to control what happens in the mission. It gives you some control over trying to keep the group alive. Obviously, if we don't have a controller giving me power, it will make things a bit challenging. We'll see. Although usually I can do a fairly good job managing my power.
To break the spell, I will conjure crystals that can sever our foe's connection to the dark veil. You'll need to place them in a pentacle as they become ready.
So, Tico, are you enjoying the party? That's right. We'll teach them.
So basically we have to fight the evil Clarion until we see a huge shield that appears over him. When the huge shields appear, there's no point in attacking him. When there's the big shield, he doesn't take any damages. Or if he takes damages, it's like 1 damage or something very, very small. And as you can see, I'm playing the heroes version even though I'm an evil villain because of the Suicide Squad thingy. And we don't have a controller, so we'll try to manage my power as best as I can. Let's summon a little friend, because why not? So as you can see, there's a big shield on Clarion, so now we have to take the little crystals and bring them here. And the other one we have to bring it over there. So now the shield is gone, we can attack Clarion once more. I'm not sure exactly how to interrupt the Clarion, but I think we seem to have interrupted him, no one died. Usually he has this huge attack that at some point used to pretty much one-shot everyone, but I think at some point last year they nerfed it, so it probably doesn't one-shot as much as it once did. Oh, and now I have the one over here. That's fine. And in case you need it, there's a few barrels in the instance, so don't hesitate to use them if you need to. There's no feat for completing the instance and not breaking any barrel, at least not that I know of. So there's no reason not to use the barrels that you have. And as you can see, there's the charm over there that allows you to absorb the ghosts in it. Ideally, you don't want to be the healer doesn't want to be the one carrying the urn. Although, because while you're carrying the urn or here the crystal, you cannot heal your friends. But it wasn't too big an issue. So sadly I wasn't able to show you this mission from the villain's perspective because we were matched with heroes, thanks to the Suicide Squad system, I suppose. So I forget if it's could be the exact same mission. I forget if it's also Phantom Strangers for the villains. Probably not. It's probably Tala. But it's been quite a while since I played this mission on the villain side, so I kind of forget a bit. I have most power given, probably because of the barrel that I broke.
The kid could have a bright future in the society. That is, if she is willing to share her litter box.
And as you can see, once we complete the mission, there's this weird aura that appears on our character. It gives us some sort of bonus, but I forget what the bonus is. Oh, let's give a little thumbs up to everyone. And even a little bow, because, well, why not? Well, we did good. Whenever we do the mission fine and nobody wipes, that's a victory. So again, we have the repair vendor right here, if you need to. And then we can leave the mission. But let's go straight to our base, because why not? So the outside mission gave us 4 spooky bits. The masquerade gave us 6 spooky bits. I'm not sure if Batwoman gives us any spooky bits. I'm going to try to probably make a follow-up video once I figure out where Batwoman actually spawns in Gotham. We'll see about that. So as you can see, the feat is called 13 Days of Darkness, and you have to discover Batwoman's hiding location in Gotham, and we have to do that 13 times, and it has to be on 13 different days, so once a day for 13 days. So if I manage to find where she spawned, I'll try to make a follow-up video if I can. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.